everyone, it's Lizzie from Lizzie's World of Gems. Welcome back to my craft room, my little corner of the house. And when I say little, it's a little craft room. But yeah, we're going to be working today on my Hannah Lynn from Oriella. Yeah, I'm liking it. It's okay. It is a round. I'm not a fan of rounds, but I'm working on it anyways. I'm using the Bella Art Nicole tray that I 3D printed myself, so don't ask her for this color because she probably doesn't have it because it's my filament. I've been using this one because, I don't know, I was using it for my big painting and it just seems to stay on my table. And at first I didn't like this tray, but now I'm really liking it. So yeah, I wish I had the stopper for it, but I'm sure he printed one, but I don't know where it is. So I do have a purple one like this as well. I want him to print me off another one, but asking him to print me off stuff is like pulling teeth sometimes. He always prints something different, and I'm like, well, what about the tray I asked you for? Because when it gets to a right color on the rainbow print, I'm like, ooh, I really like that color. Can I have it in a tray? And yeah, it never happens, but whatever. It is what it is. I'm going to get 3 because there seems to be a lot of 3s. And I've mixed up all my Harbor Freight containers. So I'm using Harbor Freight containers. I am Canadian, so you can't buy these in Canada. So don't even ask me. You have to go to Harbor Freight in the United States. I live by the border, so I do have access to go get Harbor Freights. Also, I have friends that live in the United States that have given me Billy, Jennifer, DP Addiction Adventures, Billy's Crafting Lounge. They've given me some of these containers, so thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you guys so much. I also got this pen from the retreat that I went to last year. Unfortunately, I'm not going to the retreat this year, but this was an awesome score from the retreat. So we're gonna talk a little bit of the Canadian retreat that I'm trying to organize. It's gonna be for 2024. I'm trying to make it as cheap as possible for the Canadians. Unfortunately, I can't do like the Americans do where they feed you all weekend long, because that will make the price go way too high. I called this one place, it was all inclusive, and they wanted, even if we got a cater, it still would be too high. And we're trying to make the cost as low as possible for you guys to come to around the same kind of price you would pay if you were going to the United States for one. That's what I'm trying to aim for. Maybe just a tad a little bit more. I'm trying to aim for that because I know it's hard, but I figure, there's lots of places around the hotel, or if you order skip the dishes, or if someone does a pickup, even if you ordered pizza, for one of the dinners, it won't be that much. And you could split with people that are going, like, hey, do you want to split on a pizza? You can also do that as well. And, there's a lot of fast food in Canada that are not offered in the United States. So maybe if people from the States are coming, they'll enjoy the variety that they can choose and to buy some food. I'm hoping to make the last meal of the retreat catered, but we still don't know how much it's going to cost. So we're trying to put all the costs together to see if that can be possible. But breakfast will always be free. It's a continental breakfast. I know continental breakfasts aren't that great, but they're not too bad at the Holiday Expresses in Canada. So that's what we're aiming for right there. I wanted a hotel setting. I don't want it where you have to share a room with 4 or 5 people. I think one room with 2 beds and you guys have your private bathroom for 2 is like a lot better than having to share. If you want your own single room, well then the cost of the retreat will be higher for you, obviously, because you have to pay full price for the room. What else is new? So we're trying to work on that. I haven't talked to Janae or Deborah, whatever you want to call her. I call her Janae, so we're just going to keep on calling her Janae. She is the owner of Captured by Radiance, and she will be hosting this retreat with me. She's got the brains, and I got the looks. No, I'm just joking. Just joking, Janae. I'm pulling a funny today. I'm just being silly. I talked to her a little bit on the weekend, but not for very long because I had to go eat my dinner. Because we're having barbecue steak. It was really good too. I really enjoyed that, even though it was yucky and shitty all weekend long, but we still managed to barbecue. So that is okay. My sister left for Florida today, and I forgot to go pick up the key to her house. She must have gave it to my sister Yvette because she didn't give it to me. She didn't remind me yesterday either to go get it, so she must have gave it to Yvette or to my sister-in-law Patsy. I don't know who she gave it to, but I'm kind of happy because then I don't have to go babysit her house for her. One of the other ones can do it this time because I'm always stuck with it all the time. So, yeah. And she's selling her house. Yesterday she was on a rampage about how much it's going to cost to have movers move her. I'm thinking, well, what did you think it was going to be? $500? Like, I don't understand what she thought it would cost to have professional movers. But I think it was a pretty reasonable price for having professional movers. But who am I? She decided to sell her house and she's going to move into an apartment to pay off all her debts and kind of live retirement, kind of like debt-free, even though her rent's going to be super high. But at least they won't have any more debt. And you know, you can't take your money with you when you die. So why not enjoy it while you're alive? At least that's what I think. Anyway. So, yeah. Oh, I forgot to tell you. No, I think I told you. I didn't tell you who I got this pen from, though. Everybody always asks me, where did you get your pen from? It's Pen Pals on, no, I think it's called Diamond Pen Pals on Etsy. And I got my first one from them. I love their pens because they're nice and thick. And I like them thick. I like them thick. That could be dirty, but I like them thick. So, yeah, it's been quite a week. Thank goodness it's Friday for you guys. It's not for me because when you're watching this video, I will be at work and I will be sad because I have to work all weekend long and it's been brutal at work. I talked a little bit of it on my live stream, but I'll talk a little bit about it now. So my work, you know, when I was off for those 2 weeks, we're revamping line 6. Now line 6 used to be the line that I'd always be on, but then I talked about bullying and I got bullied by the person that ran that line, and it got to the point where I didn't want to work with her anymore, and supervisor was aware at the time, and I just kind of, and then another friend of mine that works there, she took some time off to be with her mother because her mother was not well. So I ended up migrating over to line 8 because that's the line that my friend always worked on, because she wouldn't work with the bully. And so I ended up getting really comfortable. I didn't know line 8 very well, but after, when she was gone for those few months, I think she was gone like 2 to 3 months, I really learned line 8 very well. And I got comfortable on line 8. So now someone else is off on sick leave. So I've been pushed over to line 6 again with her. But since she was told to leave me alone, she hasn't been as bad. Plus, there's been a lot of new hires at work, so she has a lot other people to pick on than me, because I'm not the new girl anymore. You know, I was the new girl for a long time, and now I'm not anymore. So that puts a little bit of a relief off on me, and I think she realized how much she needs me over there, even though she doesn't want to admit it. So, yeah. But the line, she doesn't know it very well. They only gave her a person to learn it for like 2 days. So like, she's trying to learn this line, you know, as much as she can. But I can see it's stressing her out a little bit. It's a lot different. It's more like line 8, but line 8, I don't know line 8. Like, I used to be an operator. When I first started there, after 6 months, I was hired. I applied for operator and I got it, but I was stressed out about being the operator, so I quit and went back to just being a regular packer, like working on the line in the middle, because I just couldn't. I didn't want to be stressed out. I was stressed out when I worked at the pharmaceutical plant, and I was important there, and I had, you know, how do you call it, like authority, or I was up there, you know. And to go from that to being nobody was hard. And then when you go into a new factory and you don't know everybody, I was only there for 6 months, and then here I am, I'm throwing myself as an operator, which I don't even know the middle, which is my position now. It was very hard. Now, if I was to try to be operator now, I think it would be a different story. But back then, I didn't know enough. And when they hire people off the street, I can only imagine how frustrated they are running those lines. But anyway, that is just how I see it from my point of view. But she was having a hard time, and it was stressful, and nothing was working right. The tape machine didn't want to tape the top of the boxes. I don't know if it's the tape or if it was just the machine. I tried everything. And like, this engineer guy from upstairs, like, he wants us to run the line 80 bags per minute. Well, the line can't keep up to 80 bags per minute. And he's just on a like fantasy dream as far as I'm concerned. And he just frustrates us, like, go away, like, you're just driving Donna nuts. And like, she can't run it that fast. But anyway, the boxes weren't taping well, and he's like, look at me, you have to raise it up. I'm like, don't you think I've tried everything to make this taper work properly? You know, it gets to the point where I just close the lids on the top before they get to the taper, because I don't want to deal with it. But then that takes me away from the middle of checking the seams and everything else because I'm stuck over there trying to close the lids of the box. Even though the seams and everything have been going really good with this new machine, sometimes it blows. It has issues, but not really, not like before. Line 6 used to be atrocious for that, but she still had a lot of product on the floor, which I hate, and I was constantly squeegeeing, which drives me absolutely bonkers because it hurts my back. Using the shovel to shovel up all that product off the floor. Now, another girl said that they went to the other factory that's by Windsor, I think. And she said that they have no product on the floor ever. And I'm like, I find that hard to believe that they never have product on the floor. But whatever. Clem says she's full of it, but I don't know if she is or not. And she says there wasn't. I don't know because I've never been there, so I wouldn't know. They went there to check out a machine that's like the one that we got. And yeah, we were down for last day we worked. We were down for an hour and a half because she couldn't figure out how to put the machine back into registration. And if it was the old machine, like I could do it, but this new machine, I have no clue what's going on with it because I didn't learn on it. I'm trying to kind of little bit learn on it where she's on it, but I don't want to hupper her either so that she feels overwhelmed. You know, even though people are mean to me, I try to be as respectful as I can to other people around me. And that darn dog is barking outside because Alyssa put him outside her. And now she's barking at whoever because she was driving us nuts. My niece just got a job, so she's gone during the day. And now her dog doesn't know what to do with himself because she's not here. So yeah, got to deal with that as well. Lucky me, eh? Yeah. So yeah, that is pretty much my spiel about work. So I know the weekend is going to run like poop. We did have the programming guy there again to stop it because when I was talking about the tape machine. When the tape machine went down and it opened the door, the line would still the one belt on the line would still run. So then the bags would get all jammed up because it wasn't stopping the whole complete line in order to fix a problem. And that's bad if it doesn't stop because the bags just keep on coming and it has nowhere to go. So he ended up fixing that so that problem wouldn't happen anymore. So that was good. At least that got done before we left. But hopefully they have a lot more hiccups fixed this week. Well, like these last 2 days that I haven't been there. And hopefully it will run smoother for us on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm praying because that's going to be a really long weekend if we can't get that line to run. We didn't do very much product at all the last few days we had run it. So, yeah. We'll see what happens on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I know I'm going to be super exhausted because my shoulder, already since I've been back on line 6, my shoulder is killing me. Yesterday I had to stop diamond painting for a little bit because my shoulder was just killing me. And I don't know why it's hurting so bad lately, but it is. It comes and goes. And yeah, it drives me absolutely bonkers. They put me back on the pills for my diabetes that make me go to the washroom 100 times, and I don't like that at work because sometimes I can't get away, and then I feel like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have an accident. But so far so good, knock on wood, that I haven't had an accident at work. The worst is in the morning when I wake up, like I have to go right to the washroom, or it starts to come without me wanting it to. The joys of, you know, being old. Being old, having a hysterectomy, and all that fun jazz of old people do. Old lady problems. Old lady problems. And I know I'm not the only woman that has this problem. You know, a lot of us suffer from it, especially if you have children. It's very common. I tell you to do those ab exercises. Yeah, well, it doesn't always work out that way, that you remember to even do them or even care to do them. But of course, if we probably did them, we probably wouldn't have these issues that we do. But, you know, we do. Anything with the word exercise, to me, I cringe. Lizzie don't believe in exercise. No, she don't. That's why I look the way I look. I'm not gonna lie. It is what it is. It is what it is. I know some people don't like that saying, it is what it is. You know? But I like it. My mouth is very dry this morning. This is probably the most I've talked to myself all week. I don't know what I want to do. My Capture by Radiance, that one that I bought so bad, but Janae told me to wait and she'll do it with me. So it's like torture waiting to start that one, because I really want to see how it looks. What else is new? I don't know what I'm going to actually start after I finish this one. That's the problem. Like, there's so many events going on, and I'm thinking, ugh, do I really, like the one that is going on right now about mermaids, like I think this one can go, because I swear this is a mermaid. But I don't know what a mermaid would be doing in daffodils. That's just all I'm saying. I don't know. Do daffodils like grow by the water? Like, I don't think they do, but I don't know. I just really like this painting. I really like the color of the daffodils, and the girl was like so pretty. So that's why I bought this one, but I thought it was a square, but no, it's a round, and it's like poopy bananas, but that's okay. I really want to try one of their squares, so I am going to buy one. I don't know when, but I am going to buy another one from this company and try their squares, because people rant and rave about them and say how good they are. So I want to see for myself. If it is as good as they say it is. Nothing like having a diamond painting with awesome squares. I also wanted to try a new Treasure Studio Arts to see if their quality has gotten any better. She has new canvases. She says she has resin drills and stuff, so I have to save my pennies to buy one of them as well. so I can try out, because I'd really like to know. Because I was starting to give up on them. You know, a lot went down that nobody knows about, and I don't want to talk about it right now. But yeah, you know, when you're an affiliate and they change everything about their company, but yet they don't tell you as an affiliate, that's a problem as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. I think I'm gonna do the arrow. I'm getting really low on colors. Of course, you know, I am on the last row, but it's really making me nervous. I'm not going to have enough to finish this painting. I already ran out of the black. But in their defense, it wasn't the real black that came with the canvas. I think the people at the company just threw them in case I didn't want to do. Because all of this was supposed to be done with blue, with A-B drills. And then Susan said I should do it like that. But I had already started with the black. And then I thought, nah, I don't want to. And then I thought, well, maybe I'll do her hair like that. But these little strands over here, I don't know if you can see. I knew it was a part of her hair, but I didn't know where it came and went when I was doing the squares. So that's why I decided, no, I'm not going to do just the hair. And I wish I did now. I don't know who Alyssa's talking to downstairs, because there's nobody down there with her. Well, she might be on the phone. I hear her hackling down there. She was mad at the dog before, but the dog's outside because the dog woke her up. She says it's the second time this week he's woken her up, bugging her because Monique left. So today's my daughter's birthday. It is May 4th. May the 4th be with you. If I knew. I bet you my daughter hates that, you know, she's born on that day. It wasn't a thing back then, I don't think, or was it? I don't even know, but she, it's her birthday. She turns 30 today. Makes me feel super, super old. That I already have a 30-year-old child, but, you know, I did have her at the age of 19. Freshly married. Yeah, what was I thinking? Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I'm so glad my children never fall in my footsteps, even though Sarah kind of did. But, you know, in today's society, a lot of people split up, don't stay together. Very, very hard to find people that stay together forever, like, you know, the olden days where people just didn't get divorces or they actually stayed together. Not so much like that anymore. I'm living proof of it. And a lot of people are living proofs of it. I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one that's ever had a divorce in this town. And I ain't going to be the last. But she didn't have a divorce, but, you know, she separated from her Luna's dad, which was the best decision she ever made in her life. Super proud of her for doing that, because he was not a very nice person, and he was very toxic to her, and I'm glad she is gone and out of that. I would tell her that all the time, and I felt like, you know, I was pushing her too much. That, you know, if you push someone, sometimes if you push someone too much to do something, they don't do it out of spite. But, you know, I said to her, you know, I left your father for these reasons, and yet I feel bad because my daughter followed in my footsteps into that kind of bad relationship. But she seems to be so happy now that she is free from that man. Not totally free, because they still have a daughter together. But, you know, he was very toxic to her. And I think maybe someday he'll realize how toxic he was towards her. He won't right now because he's mad and he's bitter. But, you know, obviously there's a reason. And I would fight with him because I'd try to stick up for her and I would get mad. And then it just became even more toxic because I was fighting with him because he was living here as well. I was so happy the day that she kicked him out. Like, I couldn't even believe it. I'm like, is this for real? But no, it's for real. She was down and determined that this was it and she don't want to be with him anymore. And I'm super proud of her. You know, because it's scary. And I get it. I get how scary it is for people to leave people because they first think they can't make it on their own. Which in today's society, that's very true because the cost of living is so high. You know, and if she wasn't with me here, she probably wouldn't have left. You know, but she had me as a security blanket to leave. And I'll take it because I'd rather her be happy in life than be in that toxic relationship that was just bringing her down. You know, making her feel less of herself. And that's not a good feeling. And, you know, nobody deserves to be treated like that. And if you are being treated like that, I hope someday you can get out of that situation as well, because it's not healthy. It's not healthy for your well-being, your emotional state, you know, depression, everything, this and that. So I'm so happy that she is not with them anymore. When you're constantly being put down, saying, and person calling you names, it's really hard, you know. I'm thankful that, you know, my boyfriend can be like a little bit jealous sometimes, but, you know, it's not, I know it's because he was cheated on in his past relationship, so it's hard to break free from that. And I get it because I had the same issue, but like, I trust him probably more than I should, and I think that's my problem with men. I trust them way too much. Even though they probably don't trust me, but you know, if I'm with someone, I'm faithful to them until, you know, if I feel like I don't want to be in a relationship with them, I would break up with them beforehand and not lead people on like my ex-boyfriend Raymond did to me. He was famous for that. I don't know whatever happened to him. He stopped. He used to call me once in a while, but ever since he knows I have a boyfriend now, he hasn't called in a really long time. And yeah. He used to cheat on me. Cheated on me twice, and I went back 3 times. Like, what was I thinking? I don't even know. Was it 3? I can't remember. Gosh, it's been so long. Long ago. Long ago. But it is what it is. I see his mom once in a while. I love his mom. She's such a nice lady. She's a crossing guard here in town. She's so cute. She still got the will to do that. Her boyfriend isn't very well, like sickly. I don't know what's wrong with him, but she is just like a little whippersnapper that can stay home without, you know, doing something. So now she's a crossing guard for the kitties. And she'd make a really good crossing guard. She is super, super nice. And when I see her, I always give her a big hug, because I really, really liked her. Even though her son is an idiot sometimes. And like the last time we went out, she warned him, like, don't do this to Liz again. And he did. And I was silly to fall for that. But I learned my lesson now, didn't I? Yes, I did. I did. Learned my lesson hard. I hope Helen has a safe trip to Florida. I'm pretty sure they're driving because they're bringing Rick with them. And they're scared to go on an airplane with Rick because they don't know how he will react to being on a plane. Like, they took him on a boat trip once and he had a major flip out. So, like, they're super scared that he would trip out on the airplane. So that is why he says he wouldn't, but who knows? You know, you don't want to go in it to be an awful experience. He's fine in the car, so, you know, but driving all the way to Florida, that's a long haul. That's a long haul of a drive. And it's nice enough weather now that you're not going to get snow and stuff like that. But yeah, she loves to go to Florida every year. It's her thing. So that is where they are. Honestly, she should have looked into buying a trailer to have for down there, and she could stay 6 months out of the year down there and 6 months in here in Canada. That would be nice. But she does not. I think I'm gonna do maybe L. I see some L's in my, I just love that sound. See how nice they just go on this tray? That's why I like it. Do I diamond paint weird? Maybe people think I diamond paint weird. I don't try to. I want to try to go straight. Like, I hate crookedness. Drives me nuts. I'm a little OCD, I think, when it comes to drills. Like, when I'm laying them down, I'm not careful, but the end result, like, if I don't have a perfect edge, I'll freak out. Like, literally. I know it's messed up, but that's the way I am. Are any of you like that? Or any of you like me? Or you are like, I just don't care. It's just fun. I enjoy doing it, and I don't care how the drills look like when I lay them down. I figured I paid so much money for this. I want it to look perfect. Maybe that's the mentality I have, because I'm not privileged with having companies that uses US dollars. That makes it so hard. Even Captured by Radiance uses US dollars. It's like, what the hell? What the hell, people? What the hell? But at least, I don't know. Everything's just so expensive right now. Even diamond paintings. One of these lava pens for Canadians, and I see them on the site, and I want one so bad again. $120. $120, and that doesn't even include shipping. So I'm like, no, I can't justify paying $120 for a pen. And you know what happens if the pen breaks? And I paid $120 for it. But yeah, like it frustrates me a little bit because, you know, I want one and I go look at them all the time, and it's like, and I can't press buy. I'm like, I don't know. Do I want to eat this week or do I want a pen? That's what basically life is coming down to with me. It's like, do I want to have food this month or do I want to buy a pen? Because that could buy a lot of food, $120. I don't know. Is it just me? Because I have a whole army to feed. You know, it's not just me. And then last time, for the first time, they actually pitched in, not a lot, but they pitched in on groceries, which kind of blew my mind because they haven't this whole time. So I was really grateful for that because I was complaining. You know, the cost of living is high. Buying food for everybody is atrocious. Like, you don't even understand. You know, sure, you guys give me money, but there's still bills, you know, and that doesn't include the food. So, yeah, I hate talking about money and griping about money when I don't have any to gripe about. I don't have any money to gripe about, so watch my videos so I can make some money off of YouTube instead of every 2 months. That damn bird is starting to chirp. He was so quiet. Now he wants to talk. I probably kind of ruined him because he ran out of like food last week, and then I just gave him like crushed up millet, and now he doesn't want to eat his pellets as good. But I did buy the bigger pellets. The last time I bought crushed pellets because he threw them everywhere. But this time I went back and bought the bigger ones. So I saw him down there eating yesterday. So maybe he's, you know, he is a little bird. It's not like he's going to eat like a lot of pellets. He like explode. Exploding bird. You know, and then one day he was like all over the cage, and he let me touch his tail, and I'm thinking, okay, he's like, he really likes it out in the living room. You know, I think that was the best decision I did to put him out there because he really likes it out there. Even though it's in the next room and you can still hear him, but it would have been super louder if it was in this room though, trust me. I have the door open too, so that's why you can hear him. But he really enjoys being out there. And I didn't think he would because of the cat. But he does seem to like it. Marlo always looks like him, like, there's my dinner. But it's in a cage. Marlo would eat anything. But Marlo won't eat regular, like, people food. He never, ever even thinks about trying to eat people food. But her kibble, or whatever you want to call it, oh my gosh. It's to the point where I go to grab his dish and he swats me. I'm like, seriously, cat? Like, chill out. You act like I don't feed you, and I feed him twice a day, which is probably not good for him because he is so fat. But if I don't, he bugs and bugs me. It's like to the point of like this morning, he jumped on my shoulder here on my chair. Like, what are you doing, Marlo? You've never done that before. Chill out, because I didn't feed him right when he wants to, because heaven forbid if you don't feed Marlo, the whole world has ended in his eyes. Anyway, he is such a dramatic cat, I tell you. It's like, how dare you not feed me this morning? Because, you know, I usually do before I go to work. So he thinks every morning at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, he should be fed. I think Sadie's wants to go out. Sadie's the good dog. Anna's the terrible dog. And I think she's outside because I haven't brought her back in. So maybe I should end this video. Well, let's see how long I have here and go get Anna. She's fine. She's only in the backyard. It's not like, you know, she's in danger, because she's not. I can hear her on the patio door. So I think that's my cue. She wants to come in. I think that's my cue to go, or she'll bark at everybody under the sun out there and bug my neighbors. So till next time, take care, everyone. I did get quite a bit done. I like it how it's like striped. And my mockingbird, oh my gosh, my hummingbird is looking really good. So till next time, take care, everyone. If you're new to my channel and you like what you see, please subscribe to my channel. On my lives, I got this new thing. If you come to my lives, you get put in a jar for a draw in August for a $50 gift card to Capture by Radiance. If you haven't tried out that company, what a good way to try to win a gift card for it. With that said, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Until next time, take care, everyone. Bye.
Well, folks, that's it for today's video. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. And if you like, please subscribe to my channel. I'd be super tickle pink. And remember to hit that notification bell and it will remind you whenever I load up a video. And till next time, take care, everyone. Bye.